Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there.
Now listen, you might have a great life, and this is going to be weird for a lot of you, but you might have a great life, but if you're not showing parts of it in a way that is aspirational, then why would people aspire to come to you to learn how to get better results?
Welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of Light Pink, best-selling author, 3-time fitness world champion, and I'm a crazy, multi-passionate entrepreneur. My journey has taken me everywhere, from being a broke waitress, barista, retail associate, and personal trainer with massive anxiety and no belief in myself, to later becoming a multi-millionaire in love with my life. In 2007, my husband and I lost everything. We found ourselves hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt at rock bottom. We had no ideas and I had no education to fall back on. This is when I found personal development and learned everything I could about business, not by choice, but because I realized no one was coming to save me. The conversations on this podcast are going to let you know that you're not alone and that we all feel like we don't know what we're doing. We're going to give you the tools to help you face your fears, take action, start your business, and grow those massive dreams that are keeping you up at night. It's time to create a life that you can't hide from and put so much on the line that your higher self is forced to come out. You're going to stop waiting for someone to approve of you and you're going to anoint yourself. Because I'm obsessed about building businesses that give women a platform, I want to feature you. So if you text the word podcast to 310-496-8363, you can get your questions answered on our Q&A segment along with a shout out. And if you rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast, we're choosing someone every month to get coached and featured on our show. It just might be you. So let's get started.
And we're back.
With another episode of He Said, She Said.
We're not just back. We're actually finally in our new home.
I can't believe it.
On some real podcasting recording equipment again.
But if you saw the room, it would crack you up.
You guys, we are staring at boxes.
Surrounded in boxes. I am sitting on a Rubbermaid container labeled, hold on, I just need to see, labeled keepsakes, which is really funny. I have no idea what we keep.
We have got so much work ahead of us to get this place moved into.
Like
situated.
More work than, I think it's so funny how you and I are those people who are truly like, it's going to be fine. Like we will positive, like affirmation and positive our way out of everything until we're in the situation. I'm looking around and I'm like, wow, it's going to be a lot longer than we thought. Like furniture is taking a very long time. This house is taking a long time. We have no idea when contractors will even be able to get here, but we're just in it.
But you know what, Lori? I think it's a superpower because it stops us from thinking things will be too difficult. We see the bright side of everything. We see the outcome of everything. And so we just say, yeah, sure, we'll pick up and move homes. Yeah, sure, we'll start this project. Yeah, sure, we'll do this company. And we just see like the output and the wins. We don't actually see how much work is involved until we get into it. And I'm telling you, I feel like there's so many missed opportunities if we didn't think this way.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And it's helped me so much even with Light Pink because it's just like, well, you just say yes and you put one foot in front of the other no matter what until you get a result that you want. And sometimes that's a lot longer than you think it's going to take, but it's just what you do. There's no other, for my brain, there's literally no other option. And I think that you can train yourself to do that.
Well, it's 2022. And speaking of superpowers that are going to help you win, we wanted to bring up two things that I think will make or break your year. I mean, listen, I know you're all setting goals right now. I know you're all fired up. It's 2022. 2020 totally sucked. 2021 was probably a little bit better. And there's this air of like opportunity. There's this air of excitement. There's this air of like, oh, the good year is finally here that I'm feeling on behalf of everyone else. Do you kind of sense that out there?
Oh, yeah. I think 2021, like you said, was a lot better for a lot of people. And it really made us realize what we want and what's important. But now I feel like 2022, we're like, okay, we're kind of getting used to this, what people want to call it now, this new way of being. And now it's time to kind of like put the wheels on. We are taking a quick break because clearly you are a podcast lover, which is why I can't wait to tell you about my friend's podcast, which is a awesome pick-me-up that you need to subscribe to. Y'all know I am a health nut and business junkie, and one of my favorite places to get all my wellness hacks and entrepreneurial motivation is my friend's show, The Angie Lee Show. She's a dear friend of mine who has seen so much well-deserved success and has such valuable advice to offer. You guys, she's a college and corporate dropout. I love that so much because she's proof that no path is linear. And she believes that curiosity is your compass. What began as a health blog in her college dorm room blossomed into an international brand that helps thousands of women. The Angie Lee Show is for the dreamer, the multi-passionate, the creative, the curious, the ADHD, the go-getter, the side hustler, and the ambitious. Angie has a refreshing take on entrepreneurship that will make you both laugh and cry tears of relief. If you have a dream tugging at your heart, which I know you all do because you listen to this podcast, but you're not sure where to start, this podcast is the perfect place. Recently, Angie has been talking all about ADHD and how so many entrepreneurs seem to struggle from it. Getting diagnosed later in life, her mission to normalize ADHD is beyond admirable. It's not a conversation many people are open to having. You can always count on Angie to bring light to those taboo topics. Every week, she's going to give you hacks to crush it as an ambitious woman, find your purpose, optimize your energy, and turn your ideas into income. You can find Angie's podcast wherever you get your podcasts and search The Angie Lee Show. Follow her on Instagram as well at The Angie Lee Show. You will absolutely love her infectious personality as much as I do. You guys, let's get back to the show.
So if you are on Team Excited for 2022, we wanted to share two things that if you adopt these two things, we think will double your results. So whether it's business results, whether it's financial results, whether it's sales, whether it's number of customers, number of people you want to help. I think if you can adopt these two things, if you make these two things a priority, then they are absolutely going to double your results on what you'd have anyways. And those two things are increasing your influence and becoming more aspirational. Influence and aspirational. Like if you can go write those two words down, being more influential and being more aspirational. If you can make that a focus this year, then everything that you do is going to have twice as good results.
Yeah. Chris, how does one gain more influence if they don't have it right now, if they feel they don't have it?
But you have to anoint yourselves. In other words, anyone can become an expert in something in like 30 days' time. If you really were serious about becoming an expert in a certain subject matter, so people took you more seriously, then between podcasts and books and courses and everything that you could just dive into in a 30 to 60 day time, you would be able to not be held up on a pedestal, but viewed as someone to turn to as a leading voice in that area of expertise.
Yeah, I can totally prove this in terms of influence and being aspirational. Something that you can do in any arena of your life. If there's anything that you are interested in, it's literally taking people on a 30-day journey. Let's just say if you wanted to be more aspirational, you could literally do 30 days of cooking meals every single night that you showcase on social media. And in those 30 days, you will become more interesting to people because you are on a journey and they know you're going to show up for something that you're adding value to their life. You could take 30 days of dance classes. You could upload being in the gym and what your workout is for 30 days. These are all ways to become more interesting on social. And Chris and I always say this. We're always like, if we feel bored, that means that our social is boring. Like if we're having trouble, it means that we're leading a boring life. So we need to challenge ourselves in your social media and your influence. And if you are viewed as someone who's inspirational or aspirational, is going to be a direct correlation to how you feel about your own life. And it's to how you are living your life. So if you are not feeling like you're showing up this way, it means that you're probably going to have to take on some sort of 30-day challenge like this.
Yeah, 30 to 60 days, and you can become way more influential than you are right now. But Lori's right. It's a two-part process, right? It's pouring yourself into it so that you're gaining the knowledge, and then it's pouring that knowledge onto social media once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day, every single day for 30 to 60 days so that people start to see you that way. It's funny. If you just did this for 30 days, you'd be surprised at how many people started DMing you out of the blue, asking about it. You'd be surprised at how many people start introducing you as, oh, she's the expert in dance. Oh, she's the expert in healthy meals. Oh, she's the expert in outfits, like whatever it might be, once you spent 30 days talking about nothing but that. So becoming more influential is the first thing that you need to do this year. The second thing, becoming more aspirational. And this one's a little different. This one simply means that people aspire to have a life like yours. People aspire to have results like yours. Now, listen, you might have a great life, and this is going to be weird for a lot of you, but you might have a great life. But if you're not showing parts of it in a way that is aspirational, then why would people aspire to come to you to learn how to get better results? They don't know that you're living a life that they would like to live if you're not doing it out loud, if you're not being aspirational, if you're not giving them something to aspire to.
I think of this all the time just in terms of our social media. And I'm like, oh, I need to show more of what we are doing in the in-between, because even if it doesn't seem interesting to you, it's very interesting to other people, especially if these are things that you are setting goals toward or you're marking off of different lists. It's just really like almost sitting down and thinking about what are those pillars that you want to show on social media in order to show up aspirational and inspirational. So it doesn't have to be overwhelming. It can literally be like, what is the one thing a day that I'm going to track and that I'm going to show that people are going to be interested in?
And it can be very like classy things. You might have great views, either from your home or when you're on a walk because you live in a beautiful neighborhood, or you might be super fit. Don't be afraid to show that you're fit, because people like me have the aspiration this year to get back to being super fit. You may have great taste in decorating. So show parts of your home, show things that you've decorated. You need to be aspirational if they're going to aspire to learn from you. Otherwise, they're going to go aspire to learn from someone else who catches their eye.
So you guys, I hope that this helped you just attempt to get out there more. And even if you don't have something that you want to launch right now or something that you know that you're going to start right now, this is something that you can absolutely do right now to start building authority as somebody who is influential.
Yep. Influential and aspirational. Those are your words this year. All right, guys, buckle up because we're going to be showing you a lot more of our lives this year. I mean, both of us looked at each other the other day. We said, you know what? It's time to get back to really being intentional about catching people's eyes again and sharing a lot of what's going on. Because last year, I felt like both Lori and I really took the year off on social media. So buckle up. Go follow Lori at Lori Harder. Follow me at Chris W. Harder. This year is going to be a wild and exciting ride, and we're grateful to have you along with it.
Hey y'all, I'm so excited to share with you, Earn Your Happy is now part of Growth Day Podcast Network. A bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and support shows and brands that we truly believe in. And one of my friends is also on the network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to his show. You guys, Trent Shelton has the most incredible podcast. It's called Straight Up with Trent Shelton, and it's going to remind you that you are built for this. I have heard Trent speak in person multiple times. I've listened to his podcast a ton. He's coming on the show, and I literally cannot wait because this man just spits straight fire. It is like truth that goes to your core and makes you take action right away. If you want one of those podcasts that when you're just out on a walk, you can't help but want to start running and run through a wall in your life, this is the show to go listen to. So you guys, make sure that you go subscribe to the show, Straight Up with Trent Shelton. You're going to love it. Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently. And most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori.
Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. And I want to make sure that you have my phone number, and I'm not kidding. Did you know that I have a community text number? For real. My phone number is 310-496-8363. This goes directly to my phone. All you have to do is text the word daily to 310-496-8363. And I literally text you every single day, Monday through Friday. I actually just got done 30 seconds ago texting a bunch of people back, and I talk to you all of the time. You guys, people always ask me how I got my community text number and how it works. Well, all you have to do is you can just go to community.com and get your own. Community makes it easy to get a phone number that you can use to build your audience using text. People just text you at your number and they're added to your group. Then you can text them out audios, video links, anything you want. You guys, I text out happy birthday videos. I love to send podcast links, thoughts about life, book recommendations, different events that I'm doing in the local area. Texting gets me out of the noise of social media and directly into your hand. And now you can start texting your people too. Just go to community.com to get your phone number. They give you a 10-digit real phone number, not those weird short codes that look like spam, but it's more than a phone number. Your new number comes with an inbox for SMS and texting. This means you can actually manage your text list from your computer and an app on your phone. You can schedule text to send at certain times and to certain groups. You can even set up auto replies or let your assistant or customer service team answer your text messages via Community's awesome dashboard. Just go to community.com and ask for a free demo. They'll show you how it works and get you your number. It's time to start texting your audience versus just posting on social media. Everyone uses Community for that. So go check them out at community.com. I can tell you it's not just great for communicating with my audience, but Chris and I use Community and our texts to also sell out our launches. I'm telling you, you get such an incredible response because you really are creating a true, deep sense of community. And it's so intimate. It's freaking amazing. Go check it out at community.com.